Okay guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to use one of our templates and make yourself a YouTube outro, and the benefits of doing that are that you will get a lot more subscribers and you'll keep people inside your channel and watching your videos. So first thing I'm going to do is hop across and just grab a video. It doesn't really matter what video I use, it's just for the purpose of an example. So I'm going to drag that video down onto the timeline, and we'll say that this is your video that you've created that you're going to upload to YouTube, and I'll just trim it off. Okay, so this is your video, and normally your video would just end however you're going to end your video, but what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit onto the end, and that's going to come up at the end of your video on YouTube and keep people interested in your stuff. So the next thing I'm going to do to start this outro off is I'm going to come across and I'm going to grab a quick background there, okay, which is just a still image. So because it's a still image, we can drag it out for as long as we want. Now I'd recommend perhaps I don't know, 20 seconds you want your outro to be showing for, so that people will kind of see it and get a chance to look at it and click the buttons. And I'm just going to stretch out this image a bit more because it's a little bit small. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to hop across to Virtual Studio Simulator, and I'm going to grab some templates. And let's come to the outros, and we'll download this one here. Okay, and we'll show that in the folder. And what I will do is just take that out of my download folder and put it over here so that everything's in one place, and just close that off. Okay, so they're zipped, so you'll need to right click and extract all, and we'll just get those out of the zip folder, and I'll just delete that one. Yes please. Okay, so we'll come back into Camtasia and we'll bring those templates in, and I will bring them all in so that I can show them to you. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is bring this template down here, and once again it's a still image, so you can drag it out, and you want to make sure that it fits to the same length. Everything that's going to be on this end bit here needs to be exactly the same length. And you'll notice the points to this image are right over here. So here we got a huge area of transparency. So the first thing I'm going to do to that is I'm going to toggle the crop mode. I'm just going to crop all that off because it can get a little bit annoying when you're trying to move stuff around and you click there and it ends up moving this bit, and you don't want that moved. So if we click that, that will keep it nice and small. So you can move these around, have them wherever you want. You can have it in the center over here, and you can also resize, so you can have it big or small or whatever you want. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it around about there, so pretty big. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to do now is bring in another video, and if you're using this, you want it to be really like a related video, so something that's going to lead on from your first video, something that the viewer is going to be interested in. So let's just whip this one in. Obviously I'm just grabbing a video, it's not anything in particular. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that video bang on top of everything, okay, and then I'm going to hit the audio button there. I'm going to mute the audio. You can either drag it down like that, or you can hit silence, do exactly the same thing. Then I'm going to click on that bit of media. I'm then going to grab the corners and I'm going to resize it to fit this screen part here. Okay, so I'm just going to zoom in a bit so that I can see it a bit more clearly. Okay, so you'll notice that the video is got this huge gap here because it's out, but what we can do is just bring that into there like that so that it fits your video. And it is sized correctly. Okay, I'm just going to tweak that one out a little bit there because you won't notice that. Possibly a bit there. Okay, and then, and it doesn't matter, you can go over these little black edges a tiny bit, because what we're going to do now is we're going to put it underneath and we're going to have that on top. Okay, so there is a single screen one, and we've got a little bit more to do with it yet, but what will happen at the end of your video is that video there is going to be playing. Okay, now this is a single screen one. I'll just quickly show you the other ones in a second. What I recommend is you save project as before you render it out or anything, or as often as you can save that project as, because Camtasia does have a habit of crashing and you can lose what you've done, which is highly annoying. It's happened to me loads of times. I always forget to do it, but yeah, you know, keep saving your project. Once you've saved project as with a name, then you can just hit save project, you know, as you do every few steps forward or every few steps more. So what I will do next very quickly is just show you the other templates, or we'll get another template. So let's get rid of that one and let's come back to the clip bin, and if I just flick through them, okay, there you can have a whole dose of related videos playing. Here, I'll show you that one last. Here we've got a nice little 3 on the top there. Okay, so you can bring those right down like this, so you got them there, and then I'll show you about text and everything in a minute, and buttons. You can have all that up there. Like I say, you can resize these as well, so you could have them there. You know, I guess if you wanted to as well, you could even have 3 over here as well. So you can play around with these. You can, you know, big them up, make them smaller, move them around, get them exactly how you want them, have a different background there. Let's get rid of this one, and I'll just show you something you can do with this one here. Zoom in there, and we'll put this video on back on top. So I always put them on top while I'm adjusting them to the window, and then once they're adjusted and set, then I put them behind, and that will make sure that they're neatly in the frame. I'll just crop that quickly, like I should have done in the first place. Let's crop that in. Bring the edge in there. Okay, so I'll put that behind. So I'm not going to put all 3 in because it will be too time consuming. What we can do then, if we highlight, in this case, both of those pieces of media, so the frame and the video, and you would have 3 stacked up on top of each other there if you filled it in with all 3. Go to more here, visual properties, and then this white axis here, we can tilt that so it gives you like a 3D effect. Okay, so I'm not going to put all three in, like I say. What we're going to do now is we're going to come across to this site here, which is buttonoptimizer.com, and this is a nice little nifty little button generator. So we can put in our text here, and we can say subscribe, and we can put that in uppercase. There's loads of different sort of things you can do. We can change our font. We can change our font color. Let's just go for blue, so we say, for instance. Put that over there. Light blue. And there we go. We can make it a lot longer. You know, there's loads of sort of things you can do to this. If we just search there as well, YouTube, that brings us up some nice little YouTube icons we can have on there. Which aren't so nice when they're red, so let's change the color of this to blue. And let's put that red one on there. Okay, so you know, I mean, I could sit here and play with this for ages, but just have a little play with it. You'll come up with some nice buttons that will fit your own design. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to stop myself there before I get too carried away. I'll make that to a nice square one because I just can't stop myself. Okay, so once you've made your button and you've finished playing around with it, download as a ping image, and we'll just show that in the folder, and I'll pop that across here into this folder that I'm using. Back into Camtasia, import media, and let's go into that folder there. Bring that button in. Just crank that up a little. Okay, so bring the button along. Same again, it's a still image, so you want everything to be exactly the same. Okay, so we now have our subscribe button there. What you could also do as well, let's just have a look at my downloads folder, see if I've got a header in here. Sure. There we go. Facebook group header. Okay, so if if you've got a YouTube header or whatever, you could pop your YouTube header in here somewhere as well. Okay, so we'll just make that a little bit smaller. We'll put that up there like that. Okay, so now we want some font. Now the to put font in, you go to callouts, click this little drop down one here, and then click this T here, which is text. Now the fonts that are already built in are pretty plain and boring, and there is one there that I've added myself. So we'll just write in here. Don't forget to subscribe. Oh no. No, don't forget to like, and I'll put that on the row underneath, and I'll put that to the font that I've already downloaded. Crank up the size and drop that in there. Obviously you can change the color as well. Make sure you know, if you press Control A, that will highlight everything, and then you can mess around with different colors. So we'll put that back to black because it looks quite good black. And we'll put that there. So to get these fancy fonts, I will show you another free site which is called Cool Text, and if you go to fonts and let's hit the top 100 just to speed this up, and again I could spend all day looking at these different fonts. So let's go for this one here, Grunge. We'll download that. And there is the download. Okay, save that. Show in the folder. I'm going to right click and extract all again. Yes please. Okay, so I should double click on that and then click install. Yes please. And we'll just wait for that to install. And we'll close that, close that, close that, get rid of that, and then we will come across to Word and open up Word. And then we're going to put thanks for watching in the middle, and we'll go to our fonts, and we should have our new font installed, which I've forgotten the name. Destroy, there it is. Okay, so we now got our new font, and we will crank up the size, right click, copy, come back across to here, and I've just finished realigning this. Okay, now we're going to add another call out, and I'm going to delete that. And I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste what I've just copied from Word, and we now have our new funky font installed into Camtasia. Is that a little bit too big? I think it is, so we'll take that down a bit. Too small. Let's go 48. Too big. That's unlucky. 36. We're going to have to stick at 36. And we'll make this bright red. Okay, so there we go. You can see our outro is now coming together. What you can also do, which will help you a lot, if we come across to Google and we'll put Facebook logo, and we will look for a transparent Facebook logo. Okay, that's not a very good example there. Okay, and you can tell this one's transparent because it's got a nice transparent background. I'm going to right click that, save image as, and always make sure you have permission to use these images from Google, but I'm just showing you for the purpose of the tutorial, and we'll pop that in our folder. We'll come back into Camtasia and we will import that into Camtasia. And we will bring that down. Okay, so these things are going to stack up, which is why you want to keep saving. And we will put Facebook, so you can put Facebook, Twitter, you know, whatever you want. This will encourage people to click on these buttons, and then you will have your nice free videos. If I just play that, so you'll have your three little thumbnail videos playing away there, or however many you put. And then what you need to do once you upload to YouTube, you need to use annotations, and then you put the annotation for your subscribe over your subscribe. And what I'll do is make another video separately about using annotations, and then you put them over these video thumbnails here, and people will click on those and it can take them straight to the video. So there we go, guys. You know, it's down to your own creativity and everything, but you know, there's the templates, the tools, and the resources and everything to go make yourself some brilliant little YouTube outros, you know, and you know, build yourself up some subscribers and keep people on your channel. So I'll catch you in the next video, guys. Bye for now.